Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while. So we got this video with you real quick today. Hopefully 15, 20 minutes will hold you up. And my plan is to get this machine kind of just talked about, let you all know what we got sitting behind us, what kind of brought me into where I wanted to, Well, once again, hey YouTube, my name is Kenny. Thank you for checking out the channel. So today's video, what we're going to be doing is just going into this machine that's sitting right here behind us. It is a build that I kind of been doing off screen. So hopefully in 15, 20 minutes, we can go over what I've done to it, get the motor in, get everything ready to roll. Hopefully I can get it started in this video. So that means the footage is going to be over a little bit of time, and I'm going to have on some different shirts. Everything was good. And then you start noticing you're missing a few things here and there. But before we get too far into this, do your YouTube thing. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, comment on the video. It helps out that algorithm and it'll help the channel grow. The first thing we're going to do is just go ahead and go over. This is a 2003 Banshee that I have sitting back here behind me. It is a custom build that I've done. All right, so it is a custom one that I have done. It is not factory, nowhere. It isn't factory, it doesn't sit nowhere near that. We've done a lot of things to it, factory geometry, but I like to just make certain things custom. So 03 is not really a year that everyone loves. For most people, they love those retro colors. They love things that look different. So whenever I come across a machine that is not all retro and beautiful looking, the retro ones, it's easy to keep those stock. The ones that are not so retro, people like a little bit of pizzazz with them. I do have an idea that I got from my boy Josh Wickline that I'm going to do on my next one. I think it's going to be fire. But we're not talking about that one. So these colors came from my boy Evan. If you know him, you know him. So basically we discussed having the 03 and doing some candy colors. The candy gold that I did on the last one was really a hit. Everyone loved it. So we decided I was going to go with a candy red on this one. Stock geometry, we got bead locks, we got everything else. Enough of me and it in blur. Let's go ahead and have it and me in the background. All right, I will apologize for any of the junk that you might see under it, but I'm not moving anything else right now. Already feel myself sweating from turning my fan off, but so we went ahead with the stock geometry. So these are stock arms, stock axle, swing arm, and all that. So it is not wider, it is not longer based off the arms and things. However, what I did decide to do was just go with the bead locks that were the +3 or the 3+2. Means they give a little bit more of an offset this way. So it's about 2 inches wider in the front than it is over stock. Sedona bazookas, and then we went with the standard, I'm wanting to say 5+3, which widens the rear out as well with the bazookas. So I keep the factory sizes, which these are Sedona bazookas. I mean, y'all should sponsor me how many of these I use and how many I tell people. We are at the 20 by 11 by 10s, and up front we're at the 21 by 7 by 10s. Nope, so these are not factory size. 9s are usually in the rear. Want to do something a little bit more different with the custom, so one with the bigger rear wheel. The black that you see on the machine is for the most part a satin black or some gloss black. The wheels came glossed. But for like the swing arm and the pipes, I did decide to do some gold nugget in there. So it gives some gold flake into the part. Makes it really look good and it really pops. I mean, the pipes came out great with the gloss golden nugget in the rear and the satin up front. So that looks absolutely wonderful. I like it. These are T5s, so we know what they're going to sound like. They sound great. We candied the rear frame, front bumper, rings, and we went to do the same with our hubs on the rear. Powder coated my axle, zinc plated my rear hubs here. And I think I powder coated the front ones, the gold as well, to match those little gold accents we got. We have a lot of the yellow zinc as well. So we got our brake line stays, one red and one gold, OEM headlights, radiator, master cylinders, all that stuff is nice and new and fresh. Factory, just rebuilt, didn't want to go too crazy. Aftermarket, because I didn't like the perch. I didn't want to go with the whole perch just with like a delete, because I'm not going to be running the rear park brake. So for example, this is the perch that's going to be going on the eventually, this will be my 94. But this is the purse just taken apart and everything cleaned and powder coated. So what we've done today was basically just get it out and get it clean. It's ready for a motor. I got everything just kind of on here and mocked up so I can see what it's going to look like. And it also gets these parts out of my way. So up here in my bag, I have some hose clamps, and these clamps are going to go on here just to hold my pipes on where I want. I did powder my carb caps just to do something a little bit different. And I got new springs in there for my exhaust. I didn't take any of the old tabs off just because sometimes people decide to do different things with the machines if they have them later. So these tabs are still down here. Those tabs are still in there. Airbox tabs are still in there. So it's going to have the brake and all that stuff still. Everything is going to be just factory-ish, but just custom. We went with the South Texas Banshee harness. I mean, you cannot go wrong with it up through here. And we have the coil down there, OEM, ECU, tail light, like I said, headlights and all that. Well, yeah, so we're going to get here into the motor. So my motor, I get it offline. I reached out to guy on Banshee HQ. I kind of do a lot of stuff with them every now and then. Like I buy a lot of my parts. People recommend them. So it is Spencer Clipperton. He hooked me up with the motor. Motor looked great. Compression, everything was good. I just reached out and asked him if he had one, and he decided to sell me his. So this is what it looked like at first. We have it sitting here. I did do some powder coating, taking it all apart, make it look different, nice and clean and new. Just not sitting the perfect, but you know, sorry. Oh, there's junk sitting behind us. My wife is gonna, you'll see the reason why my wife loses on me, how the yard looks. But let's turn this around, take a look at the motor. All right, I probably should have taken that ladder out, but we got the motor looking freaking great. So the satin black that I use is from Prismatic Powders. It makes the cylinders look absolutely wonderful. So satin black here, satin black up there, satin black, everything's satin black. I went with some aluminum case covers that I have. I am not a fan of flame anything. However, it's satin black, so it doesn't really stand out, and it's something I had. Whole machine's custom. I did not want to just put the plastic one back on there, but I'll go from there, decide on that. And I also have the Yamaha one on there. You know, I'll decide what I'm going to do with that. Satin black, rebuilt my kicker, so no rattle. Cases were completely split, completely clean, blasted, gassed out. Came back with the satin black over everything. It took a lot of time to get everything freaking taped. I mean, it took some time. You just got to take your time if you're going to do it, I guess. So it wasn't a huge hurry. So yesterday it looked like one motor. Today it looked like something different. What we're going to do now is sit this into that.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute. I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning. Oh, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe?
So we have the motor in, as I already discussed. Just doing step by step of what actually needs to be done. So the motor went in super easy with no problems. I think it looks wonderful being on there. We went ahead and put the T5 pipes on and everything. I still have my caps in there just to make sure I don't get no water in them when I do spray it off and everything. Let's flip the camera around, make it a better sight for us. So one of the things I do see is this has a little bit of slot in it, and it shouldn't. So a new one of those is coming in the mail. Going to get that, go ahead and get that replaced before I get too far in this thing and get any kind of oil and everything. The chain is just on there for right now so I can get the rear end where I wanted it to be. But I have a master link, that kind of like clamp on, but I actually like the slot version. But everything is coming along and looking great. All the electronics are hooked up. Besides the stator, I got the new stator coming. It should be here. It's going to be hooked up over there. Got all the brake lever, got the key, all the switch here. Down here is my bracket for my rear brake switch. Now, on my rear brake, it does not have the one that has the little notch in it. So this is one of the ones that come with a machine with a tail light. So I actually do have another one that I'm going to go ahead and take off and powder it and get it on here. But yeah, we're moving along. As you see, I got my carbs here on the ground. My single carb, it's just sitting here. Already vapor blasted and got it all cleaned up and everything, looking good. What I have to do is put the Taurus Delete. I just put the cap on because I had an extra one. But I need to put my Taurus Delete in there, and I do have a new rebuild kit that's going to go in there and put all new hardware in. I think I'm going to start off with like a 280 to 310, somewhere in that area. Being that it's a stock motor, T5s, and we're going to be running pods on it, uni pods that I ordered as well. We have our front cover on, looking wonderful as well. It is a Ringo red with a, what's that color? Pearl, like a Subaru Pearl that they have for the white, a pearl top mid coat and a clear coat on top of it. So it's 3-stage, look good. I mean, everything looks great on this thing. It's coming along crazy nice. Everything is going well. I really can't complain about it. Yeah, really can't complain about it at all. Y'all let me know what you think. Like I said, I think the pipes look absolutely wonderful. Like I said, we got the satin black going through the whole thing, basically. Cerakoted up to the front, and then we have the powder back here and all that. And that is a anodized gold. So the base coat is a super chrome. Then you have the anodized gold over it. Then I put the label on it. Then I shot it with the black, let the black gel out, remove the label, did a 70% cure, 80% cure. Now, the anodized gold, it did get mostly cured as well, but then I was like a 70, 80% cure. Let me just start over. The super chrome went on there, and it gets fully cured for the most part. So you cure the super chrome on there. Then after that, I put the anodized gold on top of it, and I let that go into a 80% cure. Then I put my label on it, and then I put the black on, let that go into like an 80% cure. Then I put the Disco Nugget on there, and that's the same thing that's on the swing arm. Gives it some of that gold metallic metal flake in there. Man, it looks good. Can't complain about it at all. Hopefully here in a bit, in this video, same, is going to be getting started. I'll be able to get my carbs rebuilt. And next thing we're going to be doing is starting to do some kicking on this thing after we get some fluids and things in it. So this is the one I was talking about. It has that little tab there that puts the brake light switch on. So we're going to go ahead and get this powder coated black. And we're going to do the same thing to the shifter lever once we get that in the mail. So 2 birds with 1 stone, and then we're getting closer. All right, so we've gotten a lot done off camera. So off camera, what we have is our machine completely sitting here. T5's on. We're basically sitting here at this point. It's gonna go back here into the corner, but we've been about, I wanna say 10 hours with no leak. I wanna make sure we're not leaking anything. Carburetors are good. We have a 25 Pilot coupled with a 280 main. I think we're 1.5 turns out with the uni pods. Everything is stock with the T5s and the V-Force 3s. But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it looks crazy good. We're gonna go ahead and get it started here in a second. But oh man, who's got the best seat covers that I've ever seen? This is ATV Seats by Dylan. Suede on top with the vinyl on the sides, look absolutely wonderful. If this starts up here good in a second, what I'm gonna do is go ahead and just get it parked and start getting the plastics on here maybe tomorrow. I like to just make sure all that jetting and stuff is done so you don't just have the plastics looking all filthy and crazy. Everything's tight. There are no issues, but you know, we'll see. Go ahead and turn the run on. And I got one hand holding the phone. See if I'll be able to get this thing started. I don't think it could sound any better than that. So I keep on looking around here to see if there's any parts that I've missed, that I'm waiting on doing. Everything has been double checked and tightened down. Let's see, I mean, I'm gonna have my stays that are gonna go up here to hold my front fenders. I think we are good. Got the new Tours Delete in there, new caps, new throttle cable, everything is good. Everything is tight here in the rear end. I just took it down the road just to make sure it runs good and it goes through the gears and all that. I do not run them long because I want them to be new for everyone and all that. So that's going to be, you know, a top priority thing, just making sure it's all good there. But yeah, I think we are getting close. Super close. I mean, I love this thing. So that was kind of basically my mission though. My mission was to get this thing started in this video. We did go from no motor in here to motor being in here and the carbs and everything being, you know, synced up and getting the Tours Delete and everything on here. Make them look absolutely wonderful. And I think we accomplished that goal. I think we accomplished it. But, you know, let's just go ahead and but I'm thinking it's time for us to go ahead and wrap up this video. Thanks for hitting that like button and subscribing. I know you did at the beginning. I know you love the content. We're going to be doing the 94 here soon enough. I do have my headlight buckets and everything on there. Certain things are hard to find, so when you find them, you got to grab them. That and my seat cover by Dylan. I got some more zinc plated parts over here that I'm doing. I got a Raptor back in the corner. Man, we got plenty of stuff that we got going. I got plenty of stuff. This is going to be a lot of winter projects too. But turn on that notification bell so that the next time I start uploading anything or I build anything, you'll be notified. You'll be seeing my shorts and my TikTok and all that stuff. All right, everyone, we'll check on you later on. Enjoy it. Have a good night. Floor is a mess. Done.